Hi everyone. As you can see, I'm still in my car, still no van. It's been quite the process, and I don't really know how long it's going to take to get the van back. Boo. But this week I am going grocery shopping without my kids. I just felt this week I needed a break. I take my kids everywhere with me, and we do a lot of fun stuff at home. So throughout the summer, I do find, once or twice I need to have some just uninterrupted thoughts and be able to focus on one thing at a time, because you just get tired out of constantly juggling. And I did well this year. It's mid-August, so we've done well. So today I am by myself. So I just want to talk really quickly here regarding the beef and the cost of beef in Canada, because there has been, noticeably way higher costs of beef. And now that, as a viewer and I have been talking about, it's being imported from around the world, like Australia and New Zealand, the cost of that beef is substantially lower than the cost of the beef in Canada, which just is shocking because transportation costs must be high. Like the beef I purchased last week, it was processed in Canada, but it's New Zealand beef. And on Instagram and different places like that, you can see, at Costco, the difference in cost. So you have the exact same quality of steak from Canada costing $80, from Australia $24. So it's quite shocking. So anyways, I was just curious as to know, why does it cost so much for beef? Anyways, did some research, and if what I read is correct, the cost initially went up during COVID when slaughterhouses were shut down, and then when they couldn't, even when they reopened, they couldn't go at full capacity. So that was the first jump in price for beef. Then the second jump has resulted from years of droughts in like Alberta and Saskatchewan. And because those droughts, the cost of the feed has gone up quite a bit, which has made cattle farms have to cut back on the amount of cattle that they have. And then also, last year or whatever, fertilizer has gone up and gas has gone up. So the cost has risen so much for cattle farms, I don't know, whatever it's called. They have had to cut back on their production and their ownership of beef. And then on top of that, what has happened or is going to happen is that it does take a long time in order to, up your stock, basically, right? Because it takes 18 months for a calf to mature enough into being food, or worthy of food, I guess. So there is also that component. So that made a lot of sense, because we do know there have been some pretty bad droughts in that region. So that's why, beef hamburger went up to $15 a kilogram, and steaks, oh my goodness, you're looking at $100, $80 to $100 to buy steak. So now that makes a lot more sense. It still is quite shocking though, with how cheap the meat from around the world does cost, considering the transportation costs. But anyways, for anyone who is interested, that is what is going on there. All right, so this week for my groceries, I did not go to the farm. So it's a weird week. I have two sons who are heading out to sleepaway camp, and then midweek another son's heading out, and they're gonna come home. And so I have to be really careful with my perishable foods that I don't over purchase, because when you go from a family of 6 with 4 of whom eat a ton of food, you do have to adjust a bit. Otherwise, I'm going to be wasting money and throwing food away, and I don't want to do that. So I do have to be careful with my perishables. So I thought, let's not go to the farm. Yeah, I'll just get whatever produce I get from Real Canadian Superstore and Costco this week. And then I do need, though, to pick up some treats for the boys. So we'll get that as well. So here we go. This is what I purchased this week for groceries. Fridge and freezer products, Real Canadian Superstore, just 2 items. One being this spicy Italian sausage meat. Can't wait. That's going to be a part of our supper tonight. This is $6. And then the ricotta cheese, this was on sale as well for $6 from Costco. On sale, the jalapeno cheese slices. It's actually kind of good. At first I thought it was just a 2-pack for $13. I'm like, ooh, yuck. But then I saw it was a 4, and I think that's good because in order to save some money, I'm not buying meat for sandwiches. So this will add a little bit more flavor to the sandwiches. So that's really nice. Butter, $5.79, $3.19 for the coffee cream. My husband just used up the very last right when I got home today. So that's good that we have more. And then the milk, $5.81 per 4-liter jug and $10.50 for the 30 extra large eggs. Produce from Costco, my BC Okanagan peaches, $14 for this box. They are so good this year. Then the large bag of snap peas, they're actually on sale for $10 a bag. That was their old price. They've gone up. So it's nice to get them a little bit cheaper. Some plums, I think this package was $13. They're not the cheapest, but they look really good. So that's nice. And then a $3.79 for the baby cucumbers from Real Canadian Superstore, $6 for the strawberries. I believe it was a limit of 1 for the package. $4 for the mixed baby potatoes. I'm going to use the potatoes with the celery to make some potato salad this coming week. I wanted a whole bunch of it, but it was on sale for just under $3. And it did not look very good. So I was like, no thanks. I just went and picked the individual pieces up. All I need is like a few stalks, so that's okay. Cauliflower is on sale this week for $3, and I actually was able to find one that was a pretty good size. And last but not least, some broccoli. This cost me $1.99 per pound this week. All remaining items, starting with non-food item from Costco, these capris, they're normally $20. They're on sale for $15, so I snagged myself a pair. The tortilla shells needed a lot more, $10 for the large pack. Hot dog buns, these were $5.69. I love these buns, they're so good. I didn't purchase a lot of bread this week because, again, people are not going to be home, so I thought that these hot dog buns can also be used like the leftovers, because 2-pack will be leftover, can be used as like sub buns. I thought that would be nice because they're so nice and soft. All right, this Kirkland sea salt popcorn, it is new to the Western stores here in Costco. And they had samples out today, and it is so good. I love the ingredients. It's just popcorn, coconut oil, and sea salt, and it's great. I actually had to tape this shut again because people already went in to enjoy some, and they love it. And great price, $14 for 36. Perfect for back to school. All right, these Lifesavers, also great price and perfect for back to school. I love these Lifesavers. They're so good. I love that they're individually wrapped. It just kind of helps with germs during cold and flu season. They are not cheap though. Normally you would get probably about like half of this bag to maybe 2/3 for $12. Anyways, they're now at Costco on sale for $10 for a lot more of a bag. That's how much it's filled up. So yay, $10 for that. Yay, I'm so happy. Okay, flour, $10 for the Rogers flour. Ran out completely while making pizza this week. Thankfully, I had a little bit of bread flour, so I was able to use that. Otherwise, we would have been in trouble. Multigrain Cheerios are on sale this week for $8 for the 2-pack. Then sun-dried tomatoes, I went looking for them because they're really expensive at Real Canadian Superstore, and a lot of the recipes I want to try out soon need sun-dried tomatoes. So I think this big jar was $9. Okay, Superstore, the rotini and the spaghetti were $1.96 a piece. Then for camp, one son the sour Skittles, another son just the original, and then another son gum. Those were some things that they specifically requested. Now everything else they did not request. I just purchase what was cheap and affordable. The cotton candy is still on sale for $1.40 for a bag. Purchase one for Nivea as well, because you got to be fair. Insect repellent. So we don't need a lot of this here on the West Coast, but when you go camping, sometimes you do. So I just purchased one. I figured they can share. Because I don't know if they are even going to use it. We're going to a different camp this year than before. In the previous camp, we did not need it. So $8 for it, because I didn't want to spend a lot of money. For chips, I wanted the containers of Pringles because they're just really nice to transport in the cardboard carton. But they were, so one would have been $2.50, and then after that limit, it would have been $4. So it was quite expensive. I thought, why not get these smaller containers? They can each have 3. And this package is $7.50, so it worked out to be a half decent price. The 50/50 sweet and salty crackers, they actually didn't have a price up for these, but I noticed in the past it was cheaper than purchasing them individually, so I'll send them all with just a couple of packages. Then the mix, yum, yum, yum. I got a mixture of the mix, like without the sweet and sour sugar on. So just some plain gummy candies, and then the sweet and sour. Each son will receive one of each. So they have a nice variety, and these are on clear out for 94 cents a piece. Then staying at home, the marshmallow candies, they too are on clear out for $1.24 a package. They're normally $3 or $3.50, so it's a nice price. I chose peach and watermelon. Banana peppers, they are $5.59. Then this rose sauce for, well, it's a pasta sauce. I was gonna get Alfredo, and then I saw this. Now, I've never tried these before. They are, I think they were, one was on sale for just under $3, then it was $3.50 not on sale. So they are each a different price because it was limit of one. I'm really looking forward to trying this out tonight with that Italian sausage. And I think I'm just gonna put like some old cheddar on top, yummy, yummy. Apple cider vinegar, $2. If you wanted to purchase 10, you could get 10 for $10. I did not want 10, so I paid $2. The crushed pineapple is $2.59. Black beans, chickpeas, and the diced tomatoes, they were all $1.79. That's regular price for the blue menu. This was on sale and was limit of 1. For beverages, bubbly is on sale this week. It's not a great price, but it's $6. I just don't have the money for the flat right now. So I thought, why not just buy it like this for this week and get some pineapple, because that flavor is not included in the flats. It's better, that's better than nothing, right? And then this Fuse iced tea, it's a 10 pack, and it was, I think it was on sale for, I don't know, $5, 5 or 6, I can't remember. But my sons, they'll each get a few of them, and so that will be nice versus the small cans of pop, which were a lot more expensive. Coffee was on sale this week, so I purchased some more because it's not a good price, right? The coffee bean is still not good, but this is on sale this week for $20, so it's $5 off. Yay! We know we're gonna use it very soon, so it's better to get it when you can pay less. And then the Nescafe Decaf Instant Coffee is on sale this week as well for $6. The chubby drinks are on sale still for 50 cents. So they were 40, now they're 50 cents each. Truxton tried it with the cold foam and the bubbling lemon water, and it was great. Very comparable to what he gets at McDonald's, but yet a lot cheaper. So that's nice. And then here they are. So 2 lemon and 2 lime Blue Menu sparkling waters. They're still on sale for $1 a piece. Yay. And just 1 loaf of bread, as previously mentioned, just because of the people eating at home. The dumpster spread at Real Canadian Superstore is on sale this week for $2.97 a loaf. I went with the everything bagel just to have something a bit different. Thankfully, I am under budget again this week, which is so good because of the cost of the van. Need to save some money where we can. So Costco was $172. Real Canadian Superstore, I paid $139 because I deducted $10 off my bill with my PC points. So altogether, $311. I'm so happy. Really helps because I didn't need to buy much meat or cheese this week, like next to none, or like granola bars, fig bars, Cereal, we didn't need to buy very much because the kids are going away. So that really helped, keep the bill low. Next week, we will see how it goes, but 2 weeks in a row under budget, very good. And again, a nice, quick, easy put away for me this week. One thing that I noticed when I was at the grocery store this week, the beef that I purchased last week for $11.50, it went up to $16.50 in 1 week. So discouraging to see that, because if the items that are being imported in are there to lower costs and they go up in price, that's not very good. But the price of the steaks were still really good. We just didn't need any, and I don't have the budget for that right now. I was really happy that I was able to get all those treats for my kids at such a good price for their camps. Now, one in particular, my Truxton, he did request specific items. The other boys did not, but he did, but I could not afford to get those for him this time. He wanted Takis, which they weren't on sale. So if I bought him a bag, it'd be like $4. And then he also wanted the Jolly Rancher string, like licorice almost. And that wasn't on sale either. It was another $4. So I was like, no, you know what? We are on a budget because we have lots of big expenses right now. And so you're gonna have to get what you get. We can't make all the dreams come true, but we can supply you with treats. They're just not gonna be exactly what you want. But I did know that he will enjoy the things that I purchased him, especially the cotton candy. He loves that. So I was really grateful that there was a lot of variety that was available on clear out still, so that you get them some treats, because that's the goal. And if you can't get exactly what's on the wish list, at least they still get something. That's how you make it work on a budget, right? Well, I hope that you enjoyed this week's grocery haul. If you did, please give it a like. Oh, on Monday, I am going to put out another meals video. So if you want to see what I cook up for my family, please come back on Monday. And it's an extra good one because my husband's birthday's on that one. And so you get to see what I did for the 5-course meal, how I made it come together. It's really fun. I'm definitely gonna do another 5-course meal for them. But anyways, that's coming out on Monday. But please come back next Saturday to see what I pick up my family of 6 on that week's grocery haul for sure. And I hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy the last bits of the summer, and for everyone that sent their children back to school, hope you had a good, I think it was first week, right? Your first week back. I hope you had a great week. I hope your weather is still going well for all those of you who are in areas that have a lot of wildfire. I hope you're staying safe and that all your basic needs are being met, and that you have the peace that you need during this very stressful time. Once again, thank you so much for watching this week's grocery haul. Have a fun, safe weekend, everyone. Bye.